Okay, I'm going to be rewriting these tournaments. We're going to rewrite Tekken because, as you can see with the Tekken Bloodline, the series goes through a lot of retcons, changing history to fit the narrative. Now, the disclaimer is that even though a lot of stuff that I'm going to do with these tournaments are going to be canon, it's not going to be fully canon based off the fact that, well, let's be honest, I'm setting these tournaments up like real tournaments where nothing happens, no matches happen off screen, and everybody participates. So anybody can face anybody. It's not going to be rivals just facing rivals. In a real tournament, anybody can face anybody. So everybody has their reason for entering the tournament, things of that nature. You know, to win the prize money or to get revenge on Heihachi Mishima for what he's done. So let's go over some things that I'm going to basically quote unquote canonize with this tournament. So let's take Law versus Nina. We're starting off with the main characters in the tournament. Paul just lost to Kazuya in a very close battle. And now you got Law, who wants to open up his own dojo, who works at a restaurant, inspired by Bruce Lee. And you got Nina, who's an Al-Qaeda fighter, an assassin sent to assassinate Heihachi. So that's why she's entering the tournament. And, well, even if you don't win a tournament, that doesn't mean you don't win a lot of money in these tournaments. So Law is doing very well, as you would expect, but Nina is very tough. She's the strongest female fighter in this tournament. And there she go. She throws him off guard. Law doesn't know what she's about to do, but as soon as he took his eye off the ball, he loses the tournament. So martial law loses to Nina Williams, which is fair. Nina is very tough. So Law here is still an instructor. He's still an instructor at his at a dojo. He wasn't an instructor at a dojo, but he eventually gained his own dojo. He ran into a lot of money to open up his own dojo. Let's say right here, he's still an instructor. So another match happens. We're advancing in the tournament. We're about to get to the unlockable characters, the unlockable fighters, and that participated in this tournament. And we got Yoshimitsu going up against Michelle. And this was actually a very good fight. This was very close. Both of these are what I would consider low tier. Michelle wants to get revenge against Heihachi for I gotta look at the book. I don't even know. This is so I don't remember this all. Okay, she's the daughter of a Native American woman sent by Heihachi to find an ancient treasure of Native American land. And her father's been killed by Heihachi's men at age 18. So that's why she entered the tournament. And Yoshi is the leader of a Manji clan group. A group of thieves. So he got his own reasons to enter the tournament as well. Very close fight. Michelle gets the victory. Yeah, I say Michelle should beat Yoshimitsu. But Michelle leaves the tournament after she wins the victory because I guess she won enough money. And Yoshimitsu steals funds after losing. He steals funds from the Mishima Zaibatsu and gives money to the poor. And martial law gets some of this money. And that would make sense. That way, he can open up his dojo now. So martial law, things are working out for martial law despite not winning the tournament. But here's what Michelle does after winning a match. She goes back home with the money she's won from her victory. And I guess she returns to her mother. She's happy to return back home. I guess after winning that money, she's not really all that concerned about revenge like she was before, when she entered the tournament. So I find that very interesting, and that's canon itself. Michelle didn't keep fighting in the tournament, but I guess that makes sense. So now we have rivals fighting in the tournament, aka unlockable characters. We got Wong, who's a master of Kempo or something. He fights like Michelle, obviously. And you got Nina's sister Anna, who also knows Aikido and Kempo. And she does quite well in this tournament. At least she wins this fight. So Wong and Anna go at it in a grueling match. And Anna picks up the victory. And Anna advances in the tournament. Wong doesn't do very well. He doesn't go very far in the tournament. Now we got Prototype Jack. It's supposed to be a rival to the original Jack. So I guess to get a rivalry against Kazuya's, Kazuya's army built, the Mishima Zaibatsu built Prototype Jack to take out Jack, or something like that. And you got Armor King. Yeah, the intentions are not very clear when it comes to the unlockable characters in Tekken 1, unfortunately. So you have to go to Wikipedia to find out a lot of this stuff. Because these older games don't really give a whole lot of detail. So Armor King wins with a good old Tombstone Pile Driver. And he beats Prototype Jack. So both of the kings are very strong. Let's just get that out the way. So both are likely to do very well in this tournament. And we're going to look at also you can see Armor King's eye was damaged from having a rivalry with King. They shared a rivalry. So that's why I guess one of Armor King's eyes is damaged. You can't really, you can see it right here. I guess that's supposed to be like, maybe the red eye was damaged or something like that. I don't know, but in Wikipedia, Armor King had his eye damaged by King during a fight. So, yeah, that's that. Either way, Armor King beats Prototype Jack and advances in the tournament. Oh, some more rivals. Ganryu's is a sumo wrestler who doesn't represent their culture properly. I guess he's a pervert. And Yoshimitsu had outs with him, and I think stole money from Ganryu. I think he robbed Ganryu, but so this is kind of not really the most interesting matches out of this tournament, really. It's Ganryu and Kunimitsu. Kunimitsu's a thief herself, so both of these characters have bad morals, one way or another. But this was a very close fight. Two low-tier characters in the game. Ganryu beats her. He's a stronger fighter. And Kunimitsu's eliminated from the tournament. And Ganryu advances. So now we're getting to the middle part of the tournament, or the later, or should I say, more so the later stages. Kazuya is still advanced from his victory against Paul, and Nina is still in the tournament as well. This was a very good fight. I would say this is one of the best fights that I've choreographed in this tournament, easily. This was a good match. Both of these guys are strong. But as you guys could predict, or should I say, you guys would already know, Nina's not beating Kazuya. Of course not. Of course, Kazuya won the match. So Nina's now eliminated from the tournament. So she failed to be able to make it to fight Heihachi and assassinate him. And this gives Nina a very good motive to bully her sister Anna. Probably mad because she was unable to win the tournament. And steals her shoe. And then slaps her sister in the face for confronting her about it. So this was very petty. This was just pettiness, I guess. Whatever. All right, we're in the later stages. Orma King is still in the tournament. He is just dominating this tournament. He defeats Anna Williams. Now Anna's eliminated. And now we're just getting closer to the finals at this point. So there's less competitors at this point because almost everyone is now eliminated. So only 2 matches later, and Orma King is in another match already. Why? Because we're near the end of the tournament. And Lee, who I consider to be middle boss, so he's very strong too. He's been dominating this tournament as well. So, and there's only a few matches left after this. And Lee, the adopted son by Heihachi to, I guess, piss off Kazuya, is winning the tournament. So, and this is where Orma King gets eliminated. So now we're just down to like 2 or 3 fighters left in this tournament. Alright, now we're at the final. Kazuya has eliminated everybody else, or should I say outlasted everybody else in the tournament. So now he gets to fight the sponsor, which is his father Heihachi. And Kazuya beats his father. He hits his daddy with the good old 10-hit combo. To kind of make a cameo for Tekken 7. And now Kazuya, after beating his father, he throws him off the cliff. Like what was done to him when he was a child. So Tekken 1 is very simple, especially because these old PS1 games don't really give a lot of context to this as far as the story. You just have to kind of understand what is happening in these character endings. So, and that creepy smile. So, I mean, in a nutshell, that's pretty much Tekken 1. I mean, Tekken 1 is not... It's not really a whole lot of, like, canon as far as the tournament. It's just... It's a small roster. There's only like 16 fighters that fight for Heihachi's prize, and that's it. So now Kazuya's he wins it, and I mean that's pretty much the story. Like it's not really much to the story. There's just not a whole lot to it, other than King getting far, Lee being an adopted son, but Kazuya beat Lee as well. I mean. It's not really a whole lot to this tournament. So I guess stay tuned for me rewriting Tekken 2.